this PowerPoint is going to begin on-course text in Chapter 1. Again, each PowerPoint has a lot of information, so take the time to go through those PowerPoints as they correlate to the textbook. You'll also get information about Daytona State resources as you review these PowerPoints as well. Each PowerPoint will have a motivational video at the beginning, so please take the time to watch those videos, as well as a quote. The quote this week is, "There are no shortcuts to any place worth going." And I'm sure you've heard it before. If it's worth doing right. So take the time this semester to do your courses right. Commit the time, the energy, and the effort that goes into each assignment to maximize your success. You'll want to do the Travel With Me assignment. Here are the Roman numeral pages that you'll find that in your on-course text. The first question in paragraph 1, eliminate the athlete component and say, what does being a successful student mean to you? So you have these 4 questions here. Take the time to answer those questions. And this Travel With Me will allow you to understand where Skip Downing, the author, is coming from and why he came up with this on-course text. A great leader and a great success in life was John Wooden. His pyramid of success is something worth hanging up in your office, your classroom, or in your locker, or maybe even in your car. But there's some great thoughts here. You have to have a competitive greatness. You're competing every day to be the best you. You can compete with others, but ultimately compete with yourself to be awesome and be successful. You have to have great poise in life, awesome confidence. You have to believe that you are the best and go out and seek opportunities to do just that. You have to have great skill, great spirit and enthusiasm, be a positive person and look for positive results. You have to have great self-control, and that goes along with emotional intelligence that we'll talk about later in the semester. And there's just some great components here to being successful, and I challenge you to take a look at this pyramid and the smaller text that's underneath it. You can also Google Wooden on Leadership Pyramid of Success, and you can get this maybe in a little bit better copy for yourself. Ultimately, success is your choice. You're going to have choices every single day, and these choices are going to identify your ability to be successful, whether it's in school, life, your career, as a family, as a mom, father, sibling, whatever life role you play currently. But your success is ultimately your choice. You have to take personal responsibility in the choices that you make every day to set yourself up for success. And the book wants you to consider these 2 college students. They enter college with the same amount of intellect, but they have ultimately 2 very different outcomes. Why would one student be extremely successful while the other student sinks? And there's a lot of reasons for that. One of the underlying main reasons is motivation. So hopefully you have great motivation to be successful this semester. That is going to be your driving force, and that's going to help you push through some tough times when you come to some forks in the road that will challenge you throughout the semester. Do not give up. Be relentless in your pursuit of excellence. Work really hard and strive for an A this semester. It says here, college is like life. You're always going to have challenges. You're always going to have obstacles. You're always going to have an excuse to not be successful. My challenge to you is to latch on to the opportunity and to keep going and keep persevering even when it seems the hardest. The success is right around the corner. You just have to be relentless in your pursuit. You'll see in the book this concept of effective behavior and positive beliefs, and it kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg. Essentially, it's this cycle of success. When you have an effective behavior, it leads to this positive belief in yourself. And when you have positive beliefs in yourself, you begin to have more effective behaviors. So one pushes the next. And again, it's turned the cycle of success. So it's not behaviors that necessarily cause positive beliefs or positive beliefs that cause positive behaviors, but it's the 2 working together to create this level of success that we're seeking. And ultimately, the book says, don't limit your beliefs. You are capable of everything that you hope for, your goals and your dreams. A great thought here in the book, it talks about prior to May 6, 1954, no one had was able to run a sub 4-minute mile. They actually thought if you ran a sub 4-minute mile, your heart would burst. On May 6, 1954, Roger Bannister was the first person to run a sub 4-minute mile. Ironically, after he runs that sub 4-minute mile, many followed suit within the next 6 months. And the difference wasn't that all these runners became better because Roger Bannister made a sub 4-minute mile, but that they believed that it was possible. He created this positive belief that you can run a sub 4-minute mile. So I want you to create some positive beliefs for you yourself this semester. A belief that you can be successful in this course, a belief that you can be successful in all of your college classes, and then utilize effective behaviors to create more positive beliefs behind that. As you look at this list, you'll see on the left side successful students, and these are the behaviors of a successful student and the way they operate, a mindset that a successful student has. While on the right side, you'll see the concepts of struggling students, and these are really opposites. So a successful student accepts personal responsibility, while a struggling student looking at themselves as a victim. Everything's happening to them. Why me? It's not fair. Woe is me type mindset. So we want to harness these things on the left side to be a successful student. Successful students take personal responsibility. I am going to achieve success, and here's how I'm going to do it. When things happen, okay, that happened. How am I going to push forward and own what just happened, as well as seek success? And then they also are very motivated. They know what they want, and they work relentlessly to accomplish their goals. And as part of that, they do have goals. I would encourage you to write your goals for the semester down. Hang them on your mirror in the bathroom. Hang them in your car, someplace that's visible to you every day. Know what your goals are. Know why you're doing what you're doing so that you can be successful and keep pushing when things do become challenging. This semester is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And you're going to need to have this relentless day-to-day mindset of accomplishing tasks and goals. You have to be a great self-manager. You're going to have assignments every week, and I would encourage you to work on those assignments out in front. Try to have your work done by Wednesday each week. That way, if questions come up or you need help, you have plenty of time to address those issues. Employing interdependence is a tough one for many people because we've been raised to be independent here in North American culture. But I would challenge you to find people that are experts in their field. If you have a question about the course, not that I'm an expert, but I do teach the course, so I know a lot about what the content is speaking to, and I do coach and a high-level motivated person. So I would be someone that maybe you could seek out for help in this course. But for all your courses, you have student instructors, you have the academic support center, you have people at your fingertips, and then you also can utilize study groups to be interdependent to maximize your success. Tap into those experts to gain a deeper knowledge and grow as a person. Have great self-awareness. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? How can I tap into my strengths to be successful in my courses? Be a lifelong learner. I read books almost daily. Not the whole book, but I read daily. I read about a book every 2 weeks. And the thought process is I want to grow as a person every day, whether it's a coach, an educator, or just a person in general or a leader. I take those opportunities to read empowering books like John Gordon to help me grow as a professional. I would encourage you to take these opportunities with your courses this semester to really grow as an individual and as someone wanting to become experts in their own field. Develop emotional intelligence. I always say it takes IQ maybe to get hired, but your emotional intelligence is what's going to help you soar in your career. And then ultimately believe in yourself. Have a high level of confidence. Again, we're just comparing these behaviors of successful students to those that fail so that we have a deep understanding of why the capability of failing is out there and how we can ensure that we aren't one of those failing students. And then we finish up with some lecture questions. I'm not going to click on that because I want you to have the opportunity as you download this PowerPoint to utilize the animations so that you can answer those questions one by one. Hopefully you got a lot out of the reading of the on-course text this week. It's short little reading, and then utilize this information that you've obtained from the PowerPoint to grow your knowledge and hopefully help you be successful in your student success journey and your journey as a student as a whole. Keep in mind this Sunday's assignments that are due are class list email, as well as the personal assessment pretest and your honor pledge quiz. Be sure to have those in before Sunday. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me, text, or call me. Have a great week, and remember, success is your choice.